Hello violinists, welcome to Prime Strings. I'm Henriette and today we are having a lesson on Do You Want to Build a Snowman from Frozen. And you can find this music in 101 Violin Christmas Songs by Hal Leonard. I'll play the whole song for you first so you get into the swing of things, and then we will take it in very short chunks and I'll tell you what fingering I use and what alternatives there are. So here we go. Isn't it a lovely song? So, are you having your instrument ready? Let's go from the beginning. You may well have noticed, or when I was playing it earlier, that I'm shifting to the third position on the last note of the first bar. So just before the double bar, I'm going to a 2. So you might want to write that in. If you haven't yet learned to play the third position, please don't worry, because you can play this whole song in the first position as well. It's just for those that are a little bit further advanced, they can do that. So we're going from the start and we're just going to play that first section until we hit our first rest. Are you ready? 3, 4, 1. So I'm shifting up here, 2, 2. And then that becomes a 1. There we go. Have you noticed also that I have slurred the F and the C? So I'm going here, separate bows, and now a slur. So if that is not printed in your music, do write it in now so that it becomes easier to play and you've got it in your head, because this comes quite a lot, slurs. I'll point out to you when it appears, but do write it in as we go along. One more time, the beginning, and then we're going on to the end of line 1. 3, 4, 1. So this last section here, which is new now, I'm starting on the 4th finger, and now I'm playing separate bows. Have you noticed? 4th finger up bow, and now I know that this note here comes in a down bow. That makes for a really nice bow strum. If you have learned to play vibrato, why not put it on here? Gorgeous. Now, let's do the first line once again and join everything up that we've done so far. 3, 4, 1. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. And now, on the second line, I'm going to go back to the first position. And so here you've noticed I'm starting on the 2nd finger with an up bow, and I'm putting my slur back in. Can you see the slur here? Open A here. Don't forget the B flat there. Okay, let's do this little bit. 1, 2. And now I'm going to go to the 3rd position, so on a 1, and I'm starting up bow. And this note here is a 2. So this little bit goes 1st finger up bow, B flat, shifts back to the 1st position. Stay in the 1st position now. 3, 4. That's coming along beautifully now. Well done. So let's now join up the whole of the 2nd line, shall we? I'll count us in 1, 2, and off we go. 1, 2. I'm placing my 2nd finger right in the middle between the 2 strings. Can you see that? So I catch them both. I'm not hopping across the string like this. No, I'm placing my finger in one go. Do this same section again from the start of line 3. 1 and rest, rest, and have you noticed this? All of this in one bow. So start up bow on the F. And now we have another up bow. Up, up. Take a look now at the last bar of line 3. There we've got lots of ups. First of all, the upbeat to the last bar of line 3 begins up bow. And then the 2 crotchets at the end of line 3 also are up bow. So I'm going. And the reason why I'm doing these 2 up bows is I want to create space on the bow and go right to the heel of the bow for this long note. Oh, that's awesome. Let's go back to the beginning of line 3 now and join up this whole line. Up bow start, 1, 2. Rest, rest, and carry on. 3, 4, 1. 2, 2. Exactly the same as the start of line 1, isn't it? Have you noticed? So I'm starting down bow here, 2 notes slurred, and now shift to the 3rd position if you can. Keep going, up bow, 1st position. I'm starting up bow on the second finger, and then I'm putting my slur back in as well. Up bow here. Here's your slur. Stay in the first position now with the fourth finger. Carry on. 3, 4, 1. Carry on. And now I'm going back to the second bar right at the top. So you can see the repeat at the end of the first time bar. That brings you back to bar 2 of the whole piece. Now you've noticed that the end of the first time bar is exactly the same as your introduction right at the start. So start it down bow as well, put your little slur in, and then a shift 2-2 at the end. So I'm going to start now in the last bar of the 5th line, which is just before the repeat. Can you find that place in your book? The last bar of the first time bar. And we're starting in first position. 4, 1. Now keep going. 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2. Straight to the second time bar, and the second time bar is at the start of the 6th line. Can you see that little 2? So now we've repeated the top half. We're going into line 6 and have the 3rd position here and an up bow. There you go. This C here is a first finger and an up bow. 3, 4. Now we're going to stay in the 3rd position. 1. So have you noticed I'm on the 4th finger here on that triplet Fs. There's your slur again. And by playing this in the 3rd position, I have a nice first finger on that long G. It doesn't matter if you haven't played the 3rd position yet, because you could also play it like this. See? But once you are a little bit further advanced, you might like to play it in the 3rd position because it makes this slur much better, you see. And that is the whole reason why I play this bit in the 3rd position. There's nothing wrong with playing it in the 1st position. Let's play now from the 2nd time bar, and then we're going to go into the next line. So 2nd time bar, 4, 1. First position now. Awesome. Now, let's just discuss this 7th line, shall we? So you can see the Fs there at the start of the line. I use the 2nd finger there. I'm going to start on an up bow. Bear in mind that those 2 last quavers are slurred again. These 2. Okay, and now I'm slurring the next 2 semiquavers as well. So these two are up bow, and then an up bow again, up bow again. You see, and I'm starting that last group just before the end of line 7. I'm starting that up bow so that I've got a nice long down bow on line 8. Now let's go back from line 7 again, shall we? So this is the line below the second time bar. 3, 4, 1. Noticed that lots of the things that we've just now played are the same as where we've had them. We've had these before, so they are exactly the same. So the second bar of line 8, I'm starting up bow, place one finger on 2 strings here, and now down bow, and slur all of this. To go into the third position, and I'm having 2 up bows as well. So your last line, shall we have a go at that one again? I'm starting on the 4th finger and a down bow. Shift here, up, up. 3, 4, 1, and now I'm going to stay in the third position for the end. Add your slur here. Shall we just play that last bit again? Okay, so if you haven't done the third position, play it on the 2nd finger, but see if you can slur those 2 notes here. Okay, here we go. 4, 1. Okay, good, very nice. And for those people who've played the third position, I'm starting on a 4 here. Now for those of you who know me a little bit, I love polishing end notes of a piece. So I want you to play this as beautifully as you can. That's very special if you can do that. Great! So I'm hoping you've written everything in now and you've got to grips with some of the intricacies of this piece. So now, for those of you who are a little bit further advanced still, let's play it at the correct speed, shall we? So we're going all the way through from the beginning to the end, and we're going to add anything that you can hit right now. You know that the second half of this piece is a little bit slower, so that's what we'll do as well. And we'll just go right the way through and see how that pans out, shall we? 3, 4, 1. You've done a great job getting so much better at this piece and following me right through to the end. Well done. If you want to learn a little bit more about position playing, check out the link that I'll put in the description below. I've got another video somewhere on this channel in the technique section, so you can find it in the playlist technique as well, about position changing and also about vibrato. So if you want to learn how to play vibrato, check out my video there as well. I'm hoping you have enjoyed this. If you have any questions, do use the comment section below. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do so now. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.